Ariana says Justin needs help. We have the interview.
Plus, she and Taylor both have oops moments at the Grammys.
And Harry gets caught in the act.
All this and more on today's Rundown.
Happy Monday, Cleverettes! Welcome back to another episode of DHR. You guys know Katie Krause.
Hi, guys.
I'm, of course, Deidre Behar, and I just have to say, I'm so glad to be back.
I am so glad to have you back.
Thank
it's never
you.
the same when you're not here.
Let's
and I
hug
just
it out.
want to give you a hug.
I love you.
Guys, last night the Grammys took place. A big show, lots of
Huge.
performances, some crazy oops moments, as we like to
So
call
funny.
them. Why don't you kick us off?
All anyone could seem to talk about today is, of course, last night's big Grammy Awards. So many standout performances. I think I had a really tough time kind of narrowing it down, picking out my absolute favorite one. But I think I picked one. I want to hear, though, which one was your fave first?
My favorite, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm obsessed with Taylor Swift.
just
when she
wildly.
did not win Album of the Year, I was distraught and angry. I have very little faith in the Grammys at this point because I was so upset.
She's not kidding.
I'm
She
not
threw
kidding.
A
I was
tantrum
angry.
in the office. Yeah.
But her performance of All Too Well was so captivating. It was so simple, yet so, I don't know, just it was dramatic
Heartfelt.
but sweet, and I could see the emotion, and she was headbanging. Take a look.
I remember it all too well. Yeah, I was there. I remember it all too well.
I need All Too Well to be her next single. I need a music
100%.
video. Don't you think it would do?
I think it's
the
one
fans love it.
I think it's one of her strongest songs to date, which I know is tough because all of her songs are really, really strong, but I just love that single and she proved it last night.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, what is your favorite? I know you were really struggling with this.
I was really struggling with it, but you guys, if you follow me on Twitter, you know how much I was feeling Sasha Fierce last
yes.
night. Beyonce opened the show. She sang Drunk in Love with her husband, Jay-Z, and it was sexy and steamy and awesome all at the same time. Check it out.
Yeah. Surfboard.
If I do say so myself, if I do say so myself, if I do say so myself.
So I know you were Team Taylor Swift, but did you like the Beyonce performance?
I absolutely loved it. That was probably up there in my top definite 3
Yes.
performances of the night, I would say.
I
Yeah.
like it a lot. Well, of course, we asked you guys your opinion. We wanted to know your favorite performances. And my pal on Twitter at Miss_AJ_Love agreed with me and said it will have to be the wedding and Beyonce and Jay-Z performance. Love it.
All right, and then Love Miley also really liked the wedding as well,
Yes.
and said, quote, when Macklemore and Ryan Lewis featuring Mary Lambert sang Same Love, and then Queen Latifah is marrying 33 couples, hashtag Grammy, Cleverettes. You forgot to mention Madonna showing
Kinda
up,
major.
singing Opening Your Heart. Open your heart, sorry, to me.
Baby, it was
a
so amazing.
highlight, yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. What are some of your other favorite performances from last night?
Well, I think as long as we're on the topic of Madonna
Yeah.
and Macklemore, I think they completely shut it down. There was not a dry eye
know.
in the audience. It was socially conscious, it was powerful, and I think more than anything, it was just all about love. And I
Yeah.
think that definitely deserves honorable mention. How about for you?
I think the Imagine Dragons and the Kendrick Lamar performance, such a standout. The two of them collaborating, there was
yeah.
this energy, and Taylor Swift really liked it. She was dancing around by herself.
She liked every performance.
She did, but her and her friend during this performance were getting down,
Yep.
and that's why I love Taylor.
She's so good with sportsmanship.
Yeah. We also have some oops moments, you guys. Taylor, Ariana Grande, that'll be later on in the show. Someone who was not at the Grammys last night,
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus. I feel like if she was there, it would have been a whole nother ball game just because her performances over the past year have been so incredible. But she took to Instagram to show us her own performance from last night. It's her at her house, on her couch, jamming out. Take a look. I will say though that the night before the Grammys, she hit up Clive Davis's annual pre-Grammy gala, his bash.
Yes.
And she did perform. She did 3 songs. She did Get It Right, Jolene, and of course, Wrecking Ball. If you could pick, what would you want Miley's next single to be?
You know what? I think it could be Drive, but if you're asking me personally, I've always been a fan of FU.
It's such a fun song.
It's sassy and it's very Miley, and can I just say on the record, I think she did an amazing job with Jolene. Of course, Dolly Parton is her not her grandmother, obviously. Her godmother, and I just love that performance. Did you have a fave?
Yeah, you know what? I loved when she did Jolene. I liked the Backyard Sessions a couple years ago when she also did Jolene. I'm with you though. I want FU or Drive to be the next single.
High five then.
Both are,
We have the same
are a little
taste.
more upbeat and a little fun.
Yeah,
so
especially after
those
Adore
are my
You.
votes. Yeah, I agree.
Well, in perhaps the most interesting out and about news we've had in a long time, you guys, we have a full-on glimpse of Harry Styles' behind. It all went down a while ago. I want to remind all the directioners out there that this is not a new photo. This is an old photo. And somebody by the name Jag Chagertutis tweeted this out recently and said, Harry Styles, One Direction, remember this, Harry? LOL, the good old days. So Harry obviously caught wind of it. He saw the photo running around online, and he tweeted, Mix-a-Lot's in trouble. And we were a little confused at first, but we did some research, and we understand that the photo was actually taken at Sir Mix-a-Lot's house, and Harry obviously was saying, Mix-a-Lot, you're in trouble for letting this photo leak. And I guess Sir Mix-a-Lot caught wind of it, and he responded to a tweet that someone had mentioned saying that Harry has a cute bum, and Sir Mix-a-Lot said, classic. So it looks like Sir Mix-a-Lot, a 90s hip-hop icon, was having some fun with One Direction. What do you make of that?
I think this is hilarious, and listen, I feel like I don't want to say that this is awesome, and when Justin Bieber peed in a bucket or in the snow, that was bad.
Yeah.
I think that this, because of the way that Harry handled it, it's really funny. And look, people sometimes like this, pee in bushes. I think it's better than peeing in the back of a restaurant in a mop bucket.
On top
it's
of
more
Bill
like,
Clinton.
yeah, it's less sanitary. I think when you're peeing your initials in the snow, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I think this is funny, and I think he handled it in a really humorous way. So I think it's really funny, and Harry is just, I love Harry.
Me too.
Well, taking it back to the Grammys, there were a couple of awkward moments involving two of our absolute favorite girls. The first one comes when Alicia Keys announced Album of the Year. And the winner was, of course, Random Access Memories, but Taylor Swift and her team heard the R, which was a little, she kind of dragged out that R, and they thought it was them. It wasn't. She recovered really nicely. Take a look.
Random Access Memories.com.
In Taylor's defense, I feel like she did deserve Album of the Year. The fact that Red got no recognition last night, again, I'm appalled.
You know, you just never can predict how the Academy is going to vote. Obviously, it's Daft Punk's year, but I have faith that Taylor can take home the top prize. Maybe next year.
Next year.
Working on a new
and she
album.
won a lot of awards
Yes.
this past year, so she has that going for her, and that's something to be proud of.
Well, speaking of awkward moments, Ariana Grande kind of, sort of, maybe had one last night at the Grammy Awards. Rumors started swirling on Twitter that Ariana tripped on the red carpet, and she was super embarrassed and like ran to the bathroom because she was so upset and horrified by what had happened. I guess it all stemmed from all these paparazzi on the red carpet screaming her name, saying, Ariana, look this way, look this way, look this way. And she was just kind of overwhelmed and was like, why are these people like yelling and attacking me? I'll give them as many shots as they need. Now, again, I want to remind you guys, this is not confirmed, so we're just gonna kind of leave it up to you. Do you think it happened or not? Let us know. At any rate, Ariana did hit Twitter, and she said something that kind of tugged at my heartstrings. She said, I'll change up my style when I'm ready to, enjoying the last of my retro phase, more important things like this music.
And that is, of course, because she was attacked on Twitter for always having the same hairstyle, always wearing the same style dress. I saw Perez Hilton and her sort of going at it. He wasn't being very nice. You know what? Let her be. That's what I have to say about that.
She's comfortable in her own skin. Who could argue with that?
Yeah, and speaking of Ariana Grande, she defended Justin Bieber last night, but also said that he needs some help. Let's go over to couples news, though, to get the latest on the Biebs. Justin Bieber is currently in Panama with his new flavor of the month, Chantel Jeffries, who was also in the car when he was busted for drag racing and for the DUI. They're there. I've heard that Scooter Braun and Usher have made their way down there. We have a photo of Usher in Panama as well. They've been hanging out on the beach, looking very flirty. I'm sure you guys see on your screen these pictures of them. But Ariana Grande last night spoke to Access Hollywood about what's going on with Justin Bieber, and take a look at what she said.
I just think that people could be a little more sensitive to him as opposed to, you know, I mean, he does need help, but I don't think it needs punishment. I mean, there's a difference between helping somebody and punishing them.
What do you make of that?
I think it was a really classy and dignified response to give to the media. I think she knew going to the Grammys, she was definitely going to be asked those types of questions, especially because she and Justin both have the same manager. And I think she was just honest and sweet, but also constructive at the same time. She didn't say, Justin's great, everyone needs to pipe down. She said, you know, let's not punish him. I think he needs help. So I applaud her for giving a very mature statement. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. I have to just say ditto to that. Selena Gomez, you guys, is also doing fine post Justin Bieber arrest. I know that that's the big question on everyone's mind. And Demi Lovato spoke to Ryan Seacrest the day after their girls' night out last Thursday night. And here's what Demi Lovato said about Selena. Quote, she's doing really well. We're really, really close. And any advice that I had for her, we talked last night and it's between us. But I love her so much. Again, a really dignified and classy answer as well. So I have to give some huge props to both Demi and Ariana on these
Classy
responses.
ladies. All right, you guys, because yesterday and today were such heavy music days with the Grammys, we're not gonna do Music Monday today. We're just gonna leave the ball in your court. We wanna know, what was your favorite performance at the Grammys? Post a comment below. What questions do you have?
Oh, I really want to know what you guys thought of Ariana's interview. Do you think that Justin needs help? Should we all just back off? Let us know. I'm very, very curious. And what questions do you have?
I want to know what you guys make of the awkward moments at the Grammys. Do you think it was embarrassing for Taylor, for Ariana? Do you think Ariana
handled
really
themselves
did
well?
trip? Yeah, I want to know what you guys are thinking. So please post your comments below. Remember, it is a brand new week, so we will be crowning a brand new Cleverette and a brand new Star of the Week. I'm thinking it could be Zac Efron's week.
Definitely Zach. I'm talking to him tonight at the That Awkward Moment premiere.
Go get him.
We'll have interviews tomorrow. Like this video, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Bye.